you were already in the same area. You went across, met her the next day. And what did you feel when you met her?
I have to be honest, I didn't feel a great connection. You might wonder why did I continue. But everything was kind of smooth, and I valued that rather than having contentious arguments. Everything was okay. And as I said, I met the people she said were her parents in Turkey a few months later, and they lived in this posh apartment about 50 yards from the Mediterranean. It seemed like they were pretty wealthy. So I thought there's no way that she could want my money because she actually has more money than I do.
Who did these people turn out to be?
I actually don't know. I just have a suspicion that they were not her parents, that they were actors who were somehow part of the same network she was a part of. She actually told me eventually that she was connected to the Russian mafia and that I might wind up in the news.
How did you discover that you'd been scammed?
Well, actually, it was about 2 days after she left, I realized when I saw that the apartment had been virtually emptied by her, that she had to have had help because she had about 2 days to do that in. And I realized that she was serious when she said that she was connected to the Russian mafia and that this was a scam all along.
There is so much going on here, but let me go by the numbers here. You talk to her, you meet. How soon after did you get married?
3 years later.
3 years later. So you dated. That's a long time to get to know somebody.
Yes.
You didn't notice any signs, and I'm not saying that in an accusatory fashion or to make you feel bad. I'm just wondering, were there things that weren't adding up over the 3 years?
This is a good point because I did have these red flags on occasion and I ignored them.
Give me one example.
Well, one example was for a long period of time, she didn't want to Skype. So she only wanted to talk once a month when we weren't in the same continent. And I thought, okay, that's a bit strange. And also conversation with her, I have to be honest, sometimes it was strange. She didn't reveal much about her friends.
Did you live in the same home?
Well, when she came over to the United States, that was the first time we lived in the same home, but then the marriage dissolved about 4 months later.
4 months you lived in the same home?
Yes, in the United States.
And she left. Over the 3 years you were dating?
We were far apart, yes,
far
for
apart.
most of the time. We met up in different places, Rome, Paris, and so on.
Did she ask you for money?
Actually, that's the thing. She did not. For 3 years, she did not ask me for any money. So that was another sign that you would think someone who wanted your money would ask for it and get it pretty soon. No, they played the long game. They were waiting a long time before they actually hatched their plot.
And what was their plot?
Well, their plot was obviously to take as much money as they could. So once she came to the United States, then all of a sudden the spending became incredible. And she kept asking about the documents. Did I sign the documents? Meaning the green card application for her. And I thought, that sounds exactly like the stereotypical Russian bride who just wants the green card. But I knew my wife couldn't be that because I had vetted her, or so I thought.
And what did they end up taking from you?
Well, besides the money I spent, it wasn't so much that she took that much. That's about how much I spent courting her. She fortunately didn't get the green card in the end just by a fluke, but they took my sense of trust in people.
So you didn't lose your money?
I lost a lot of money. I mean, she did clear out virtually the entire apartment before she left, but the money isn't really the main part. The part is, the fact that someone could do this and that it really shouldn't be allowed. Because
and are you dating now?
I actually am not, no.
Because of this?
I am open to it as long as they submit a background check.